Can I just hold on? I love Mitski, okay? And so I've been listening to literally nonstop Mitski forever. Let me just go to her page. And I've been like in my brain, I've been deconstructing like everything, all the things. Burning Hill. The lyrics are, "Today I will wear my white button down. I'm tired of wanting more. I think I'm finally worn. For you have a way of promising things." So basically, I don't know what symbolism the white button down is. Maybe it's a sign for professionalism or a blank slate. I don't know. Something, it means something. I'm tired of wanting more. I think I'm finally worn. For you have a way of promising things. So basically, it sounds like her hopes of a partner have been very, very high. But over time, she's just kind of her standards have lowered over time. And so it sounds like she's finally met someone who it's not perfect, not even really covering all the things on the qualifications list for someone if she wants to date them. She has finally been worn down, and in that line, I'm tired of wanting more. For you, I think I'm finally worn. For you, of a way of promising things. I feel like that is them finally getting to her. Saying like she's settling, and the way that they promise her stuff is like really attracting. Like, because sometimes people talk about how they talk with like conviction or charisma, or just like he's probably telling her all the things she wants to hear, but she knows that maybe the actions don't back it up well, or like she kind of knows how he is. Maybe he's not the type of guy who wants to better himself, but the type of guy who will like just kind of satiate, because there's the whole thing about, oh, you can't satisfy like your like happy wife, happy life, basically saying that how the wife feels in the relationship will make the relationship better. And she's been so worn down to believe that this is good enough for her that she doesn't realize she could do better. Basically, she's like picking a safe, okay-ish option. And then the next part I think is my favorite. It's and I've been a forest fire, I am a forest fire, and I am the fire, and I am the forest, and I am a witness watching it. I stand in a valley watching it, and you are not there at all. So basically, this song, with those lyrics added into the type of relationship dynamic meaning, is saying that, because this song could be taken like a little bit of a different approach from this, but saying that, and I've been a forest fire, it's this whole section of the song is just about a mentality. It's the being satisfied with things, but you don't like it. Like, having to settle. Because basically, she's saying that she's gonna settle, but in her mind, she's been like a forest fire. And then she explains that, like, I am the forest fire. And her saying separately, and I am the fire, and I am the forest, and I am the witness watching it, is that the fire is all the internal struggle and like strife and just the anger or the sadness that she feels about her relationship and how it's not what she really imagined it to be, or if she keeps asking him over and over again to do this, like to better himself with it, not change but better, like he does something that gets on her nerves and then that makes her upset, and she reminds him again and again and again and again, do not to stop doing this thing. And so he's like promising, but it's all false promises. But that brings us back to For You Have a Way of Promising Things. It's about false promises and false betterment and just promising to change but not really changing. And I am the forest. Basically, the forest is like how she would be like single. Like her state of mind is she is single. And how by herself she was like a flowing, metaphorically, she was like a lush forest with wildlife. Like basically that she felt rejuvenated and alive when she was single, or like it felt peaceful when she was single. But now that she's in this relationship, the fire, which is like all the turmoil, it's destroying her state of mind. And then I am a witness watching it. It's like she's also aware of what's going on in her mind, but she doesn't really either want to admit it or come to terms with it or change it. I stand in a valley watching it and you are not there at all. Basically saying that even though she is within herself, she is kind of at a constant state of battle, of mentally destroying herself for this relationship to be happy, to pretend to be satisfied by these false promises, that she is in this alone. There is nobody else with her, not the person she's in a relationship with. This could also include no friends or family. So today I will wear my white button down. I can at least be neat, walk out and be seen as clean, and I'll go to work and I'll go to sleep and I'll love the littler things. I'll love some littler things. She's saying even though all of this turmoil is going on inside her head and inside her personal relationship with like her partner, she still wears the same, like, I'm assuming it's like an office clothes. Maybe that's the white button down shirt is like supposed to be professional attire. I can at least be neat, walk out and be seen as clean. That's why I'm thinking it's like the white button down shirt is supposed to refer to her like look, that on the outside she can at least appear to be okay. And I'll go to work and I'll go to sleep. The same thing as saying like put on the mask, go around do normal things like go to work and go to sleep. And those last two lines are kind of heartbreaking because it says I'll love the littler things. I'll love some littler things. Because she's like, well, the big picture might be like destroying me. In this moment, I can at least enjoy the simple things. Maybe enjoying small things that she enjoys or enjoying the small moments that they have together. And then probably talking about those moments when we come to the second line, I'll love some littler things. Because it might be that she loves when they get her flowers, or they, they do something small like do a chore or set up a date. But then there's times where they're always arguing and stuff, and so it's a never ending cycle of pain, of being at war with yourself. But that is why I love the song, because it says all of that in this one little song. There's only 16 lines and she's able to convey all of that. Another song that it's a pearl. That's my other favorite one. Now this one I think could be taken in two ways. Some lines can be interpreted a little bit differently, but overall I think it has the same message. So it says, you're growing tired of me. You love me so hard and I still can't sleep. You're growing tired of me and all the things I don't want to talk about. This could be a different relationship. I believe it is a different relationship. Because once we get more into the lyrics, you could probably see that these people, you could make a couple of assumptions that these people got along, everything's fine except this thing that might be causing something in the relationship or causing the singer to feel guilty, because it says, you're growing tired of me. You love me so hard and I still can't sleep. Already in the first few lines, there's a sense of guilt or a sense of like thinking that the person that she's in a relationship with is losing feelings or she's becoming a burden, because growing tired, or saying, why can't I sleep? Because you love me so hard and I still can't sleep. And again, you're growing tired of me and all the things I don't want to talk about, because that is the root of the problem. Because when I said earlier that the couple is experiencing an issue after this line and all the things I don't want to talk about, that is the problem. There's something that the singers doesn't want to tell their partner, and so it's causing some sort of confusion or rift between, because, well, it elaborates more. Sorry, I don't want your touch. It's not that I don't want you. It's a physical issue that whenever the partner touches the singer, or in any way, there should be some reaction, and my guess is from trauma, because she says, it's not that I don't want you, and then, sorry, I can't take your touch. So we've gone from don't to can't. So it's not something that is a choice, it's physically something that they cannot do, which there is a big difference between don't or can't. And then they elaborate, it's just that I fell in love with the war, and this is the trauma, that they were in a bad relationship with somebody else, and nobody told me it ended. In her brain, it's like they're still with that person. It's like a war, which is talking about, and nobody told me it ended. It's basically talking about PTSD from relationships. And it left a pearl in my head, and I roll it around every night just to watch it glow. And that is probably those, those like, you stay up at 3 a.m. thoughts. Well, instead of like just random stuff, it's thinking about just reliving trauma. Every night, baby, that's where I go. So it's basically saying every night I'm trapped inside my mind reliving that old relationship when I moved on to a new one. And then it's again, sorry I don't want your touch. It's not that I don't want you. Sorry I can't take a touch. But then there's a breakthrough because the key, like the change in the song, it's a sorry I can't take your touch. Ooh. And it goes up. So usually up is like a positive, or like when we think of happy songs, we think of lifting. And the lyrics confirm it in these next few lines. There's a hole that you fill, you fill, you fill. So it's positive. It's like, while I'm going through all this, I just want you to know that you make me feel good. Those lines are important. Even though they're very short, those 2 lines are important, because it's like, even though I've been through all this crappy stuff with the ex, you still make me feel good. You make me feel like I'm not empty or I'm missing something. Like, we fit. We're soulmates. We were meant to be together. I was a puzzle piece and you connect. I was a half and you made me whole. But then the next lines, they're a little sad, but it's, it's the same thing. But it's just that I fell in love with a war and nobody told me it ended. It left a pearl in my head and I roll it around every night just to watch it glow. Every night, baby, that's where I go, just to watch it glow. It's like, even though you do complete me and this relationship is fulfilling, unlike my old relationship, I still carry that with me. And I say that that is a beautiful message, because that's kind of how I am with my partner. That it's like, we've both been through things, we both, took stuff from different relationships, not all romantic. I'm just like, oh, it's really meaningful. Because even though it's like a sad song, it still has a good message. I don't know how to say it. Even though you can carry stuff from past relationships, it doesn't mean that you can't find another love, or that you can't find someone who will complete you. You might have gone through all these shitty exes, but it's all worth it to find the one that fits you, or that gets you, or that completes you. I end up liking a lot of the relationship ones, so if I end up talking about more later, it'll definitely be other relationship ones.